Okay, I'm bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the motherfucker in the house bored and I'm bored in the motherfucker in the house bored. Bored in the house, bored in the house bored. Bored in the house, bored in the house bored. I'm bored in the motherfucker in the house.
So I'm sitting at home, and this is pretty much what I do on quarantine. I'm in Chicago, and I have never stopped working since quarantine has happened, or since the pandemic has started, at least in Illinois. We're listening to a lot of NPR, and they were talking about how it was going to get worse and things were going to close down. And then I remember getting the notification from school, and I had one more day to go to school before things got officially shut down, and I had a shift that I was supposed to be doing a film interview. And then I found out a week or two later that someone in that building had gotten the virus. There are some highlights, though. I feel like I do have more time at home, even though I was saying that my cat could be distracting. But I also did take the hybrid classes this semester. One was a fabrication class, so I was able to do this cool wooden box, this apple box. I only made one handle, though, and it is a little off as far as the wood goes. Because we were in a rush, all the classes got cut down in half, so 3 hours became an hour and a half of in class and then an hour and a half of remote. And so, yeah, basically I took 5 classes a semester. One of them was completely online before the pandemic, but then that turned into 2 more being online that were supposed to be in person. One was hybrid, and then the other one was also hybrid, but we just came in split hours. And the first hybrid class was one day we would spend the whole class period, and then the next 2 days we would be online. Next 2 days we'd be in the class, so it really was all over the place. So this is something that happens often. I am working or doing homework, and my cat is just all in the way because she's quite attention seeking. Banana. During quarantine, we've done lots of games, puzzle games, video games. I actually ended up buying a PS4. I've gotten way into nature, but I need to chill out with the purchasing. I got a planter that broke. I rode the bike a lot more than the CTA this semester, just because the CTA was one of the few things that I definitely tried to stay away from at the beginning of the pandemic. And so the bike was a great alternative to being around less people for me personally, and it just made me feel safer. Skill that I teach them, so I was able to do a bicycle program through remote. And so I would teach them, what tools are, how to use the tools. I would teach them different types of bikes, and I would tell them the laws in their state, obviously in Illinois. It was cool because we were able to get some funding to give them their own personal wrenches and some other things bicycle related, like U-locks and stuff like that. So there have been different ways and barriers of going around this. Obviously, there's a lot more videos we show, and then we have discussions about them. And we also talk about the infrastructure in Chicago. So it's a great class. I know that the teens would rather be more engaged with physically touching bikes to work on if they don't have their own or don't want to work on their own. But we are making with what we can in the first year. The pandemic can't stop my fun, though, and because I do work hard, I do like to go out and enjoy myself, social distance wise. We live in a big, beautiful city, And as much as it is important to stay home, I think it's important to get out there and take care of your mental health, so you're not in the house the whole time. And so I've been able to visit new places in the Chicagoland area, enjoy my Sundays. I only have one day off a week, so I think it's really important to fulfill it, not just with homework, and just enjoy it.